Right, so here we are in Winchester. We've got the cathedral behind us. This is apparently the old official start of the South Downs Way, so we thought we'd start here. We're about to get off. It's about 10 o'clock, 5 to 10, and we're heading to the pub. We've got to be there by 2:30, 12.5 miles away.
Then
Yeah,
let's do it.
Do it.
South Downs Way, Eastbourne, 99 miles from here. Exton, that's where we're going to the pub, isn't it? So 11 miles to Exton.
You need to be there in
4 hours.
4 hours.
4 hours?
Right,
we better get a wriggle on.
Yeah.
So that's Winchester over there, that's where we just come from.
We nearly there yet. We are here.
Where's that? Ichenabas. So we are a few hours in, been walking for just over 3 hours, done 8.34 miles so far. Just arrived at, I think it's called Hobden's Farm, something like that. So found a little tuck shop right behind us, get some nice fizzy cold sweet drinks, and got a little sprinkler here, so I'm going to go jump in that sprinkler in a minute to cool down because it is hot, real hot. So yeah, Ronnie, you right?
Good, nice refreshing bit of ice in the isotonic drink.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get in under that sprinkler.
That's nice.
We're 5.5 miles away from Exton now, which is the next stop, which we've got a pub booked for 2:30, yeah.
Better get a move on.
So we better go. So this is Beacon Hill. We're just over 12.25 miles in. Less than 2 miles to the pub. For a nice cold beer.
Cider.
It's where our pint is waiting for us. Young and feisty.
Well, so far, half a day into the South Downs Way. Weather's gorgeous, crazy hot, and the scenery is just lush around here. So we're just coming up to the pub about half a mile away. Just to shoot in. So that was a nice lunch. I enjoyed that.
Fantastic lunch.
Bread was just so good. I've never had bread like that before.
Recommended.
Yeah. Definitely do that again next time. Yeah. If we do this again.
And just off to find the campsite. How are you feeling, Chris?
Good. Good so far. Pulled a face.
Oh, that's the face my wife pulled when she had sex with me. That's the first thing he said to the HR.
Jesus. What a gorgeous spot. So, where are we? Meon Springs. Meon Springs. So there you go, 6 o'clock, really hot, still burning, but get a nice cold can of pop. Pissing like a racehorse, that one.
Just found sugar.
We are at the Sustainability Centre.
First of all, is to do the child's pose, which is on your knees. And yeah, right out. Reach out in front of you. Get down and really stretch that back there.
Oh. Yeah, do you want to do?
Yep. Can't move. Stuck. No, I'm just like, it needs.
What next?
For me, I need to do this for a long time.
You're supposed to be able to get back up.
This is like my favourite one.
And then look up as high as you can. Really stretch out the bottom of your across that. Like that.
What side of your thigh, sort of thing? Lunge forward with you.
Yeah.
Get that.
It's gonna go.
Okay, on the side. Lunge.
Cramping my foot. Right, let's try that one again. Oh, cramping my foot, cramping my foot. And then, whichever arm you want to start with, go back behind yourself and go as far out as you possibly can. Okay. And then really far left. Go all the way over, yeah.
The old inner thigh.
Go all the way.
You feel it? You should be able to feel it just there.
What? Just there? Oh shit, this is all on video.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yep.
Right, I'm about ready for some twacka. Yeah, so we got here earlier, hadn't booked. They'd already said on the website weeks beforehand they were fully booked, but we arrived, what time was it?
7.
7:30 we arrived, and I spoke to a very nice lady who was just finishing her shift and going home.
Well, we've made it to the Sustainability Centre, about 20 miles from Winchester. Ronnie's just had a shower. We've had a bit of a result really, just popped in on the off chance to see if they would take pity on 3 middle-aged morons who decided to go walking on the hottest day of the year so far, or the hottest few days of the year so far.
So I'll just show you around camp. First of all, they even gave us logs for a fire pit. So we're going to have a nice little fire tonight, which is an absolute treat. Let's take you around. This is a statue.
Bonjour. Yeah, what a beautiful statue.
So we've got Ronnie's tent over here. Got Marcus's tent. That's my little Lanchan 2 Pro. And look at this, we've got even got like a nice little seating area that's covered. Not that we need it to be covered because it's just hot. But oh, and they've got crazy hot showers. Yeah, I think that's one of the absolute highlight today. After what did we do? I think we did 22-ish.
20 miles. 22 from the station, wasn't it?
22 from the station. So yeah, we're just going to settle in, get the fire on soon, get some dinner on, and just chill out.
Chill out.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Very civilised, isn't it?
Isn't it just sitting at a table?
So what have you got, Ronnie?
Scrambled egg with cheese.
First things first.
Shit on it.
Shit on it. This one is pasta bolognese. And I've got homemade, which one's that? Satay beef and vegetables, and I just smashed up some noodles, dried noodles into it. So it's been a good day today. And 27 miles tomorrow, that's going to be a killer. Boy Scout homes. Nice.
Video.
Yeah.
Morning. Pretty knackered. But we've got to make an early start today because we've got 27 miles to walk.
It will emerge in a minute.
First thing I did this morning was
Oh yeah, just to head it off early.
Marcus?
Morning. Jesus, man.
Oh, we were crazy, weren't we?
It was so early. Did you hear that? Well, like I said, like a peacock after we went to bed last night. Yeah, after we went to bed, it was, went on for that's 5 2 weeks. Jesus Christ. Well, look at that sun now. That's coming up, so it's going to be hot very soon. So, really enjoying these huge mugs of filter coffee in the morning.
Oh yeah, because you've got the bigger thing, yeah.
And that's the trouble that I see to Summit mug. It was never satisfying.
Yeah.
It was just like,
It's not enough.
I've just
It's
had like
gone.
a couple of little sips of lukewarm coffee. It's not enough.
Morning, it's 6:10. We're all up now, so just getting our breakfast on. Nice little coffee. We've got 27 miles today, so yeah, it's going to be a really big day. So far, blister count is, what's the current combined blister count, guys?
5. You've got 5, I've got 1.
I've got 0.
0?
Yeah.
Nice. Wait.
So it's 7:45, day 2, just setting off, and today is going to be possibly the toughest day because we're aiming to do 27 miles today to get to Amberley, but we are kind of against the clock as well because we've got a pub booked for lunch. We've got a lot of miles to cover, so on the hottest day, and there's something on the news earlier saying that it would be 29, even pushing 30 degrees in some parts of the south and the southeast today, so that's not going to be too much fun. We're not too badly sunburnt from yesterday. It's not bad. We treated it well, and I don't think anyone's aching too much, are we?
Aching.
Yeah.
Blisters. That's all.
Just blisters, yeah.
But I don't like to go on about it.
So what is it? I think it was back.
On my shoulder.
I think we worked out it was what, 6 blisters between the 3 of us.
Yeah,
so
I've
far.
got 5 of them.
Yeah, you got 5 of them. Whee! Nearly tripped over. Day 2, 8:30.
Sign here saying Eastbourne, 78 miles to go. So
That's where we're at. I have to say, I'm feeling good today. Feeling really good. I think all of that yoga and stretching we did last night, even though we looked like right plums doing it in front of everyone, it was quite good. And I think that's really helped us all today. So I'm trying to set a good pace while it's, I mean, it's really hot this morning, but while it's not blazing hot, I'm trying to set a good pace. So here come the lazy boys.
What, so?
So, what, unsociable? I'm trying to set a good pace.
No, I can't go that fast.
Was I just thought,
No way I can go.
while it's still quite cool,
Yeah.
set a decent pace, and then, because we'll slow down in the heat, straight up, isn't it? So we just got to the top of the Harting Down, done exactly 10.5 miles since we left camp this morning without a break. So it's definitely time just to sit down and have a drink and chill out for a minute and stretch out. doing, lads? Fighting fit?
Not bad view, is it?
Lovely view.
Anyway,
we have just walked 18.35 miles from the Sustainability Centre this morning. We were really pushing it because we've been trying to get to a pub in time. Not this pub, different pub. So we've really stopped today, haven't we?
Yeah.
Depending on what time of day you ask Marcus how far it is, he'll always add on an extra couple of miles.
Yeah, Marcus tax.
Marcus tax, yeah. So anyway, we've got here now, and my God, I think we're all hurting now, aren't we?
absolutely.
It's going to go down.
So this is cheers.
Cheers.
So this is in case your wives ask, what do you talk about for 100 miles?
Yeah.
So this is a little glimpse into this walk. What are you talking about, Marcus?
What are we talking about?
We're choosing subjects that last no longer than 2 minutes
Yeah.
to cover.
Yeah. We talked about squirrels
Yeah,
for a little while. Lizards.
We rotate the same 10
Yeah.
every hour.
I don't know about you boys, but I'm broken. Yeah,
The body's shutting down.
yeah. Now we've just come through this little copse, and those radio masts is Bignor Hill. That's Worthing, and that is Brighton. So this is the first time since we left Winchester we've been able to see our home turf.
Morning. It's day 3 of the South Downs Way. I feel like my body's recuperated quite well. It was pretty battered yesterday. We were all a bit battered yesterday. But yeah, I think I'm going to get up in a minute. The sun's coming up. Well, this is our camp at Arundel. It's not long got up. It's Ronnie's tent on the right and Chris's tent. There's Ronnie over there. Just coming back from a stretch, stretching the old muscles. Chris is still asleep, and that's me. Lovely morning, beautiful morning.
Ronnie,
Morning, Christian. How you doing? Day 3.
day 3, yeah. I feel a lot better than I did yesterday after that brutal day.
My legs don't feel half as tired as I thought they were going to.
No, I thought, especially as we didn't stretch, we're just too tired to even stretch last night.
Properly, yeah.
So no, that was...
Feel all right? Day 3?
The shoulders are a bit sore, but no more than usual, so I think we can manage this.
Yeah.
And a nice easier day today.
Yeah.
So we go collect
Quite a
boys.
lot shorter, almost half the
I know,
distance.
that's what Mark was saying, half the distance from yesterday. Thank fuck for that though.
You alright? Yeah. Just enjoyed the sun this morning. Feel much better today though.
Yeah. Good morning. We have just left the campsite in Amberley. Now we're just walking over to the tea rooms to go meet Cookie, who's got us bacon sandwiches there. So yeah, we've got a shorter hike today, not as nearly as brutal as yesterday. 30 miles was just too much yesterday, so probably in the region of 17 or 18 miles today. Gonna head to Devil's Dyke, but we'll come off the trail for a mile or two at Stenning to go to the White Horse pub for pub lunch at 2 o'clock. And then going.
Got to do track and trace. So
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay. You can't raise his up. Yep, yeah,
That was a tough climb.
yeah.
Was that a 1200 foot climb just then?
Over 2 miles.
You enjoying your first foray into joining us?
Yeah, no, I'm gutted. Not doing the 5 days.
Yeah.
I'm impressed.
Time to have a little rest, take on some water, have a stretch out. How's everyone doing?
Good, good. Yeah, not bad.
Yeah.
Considering.
Just sat down 5.2 miles in from Amberley. As you can see, I'm hiking with the Chippendales sitting at the back over there. But no, it's nice so far, despite all our aches and pains. So it appears we passed the halfway mark. We've got 47 miles to go to Eastbourne. So just stopped in Washington. This is another of the South Downs Way taps, which is broken. But luckily we know that we're only a couple of miles from Chanctonbury Ring and there's a cow trough there, so. So we made it to the water point. Pressure's a bit low on it today. Just going to take on as much water as we can, and then about maybe 2.5 miles from here to the pub. Whitehorse and Stenning to meet Claire and Benson and Ben as well. Yeah. So go and have a couple of pints and a bit of lunch, and then we'll carry on till we get to Devil's Dyke. But definitely a slow day today. We need it after yesterday, so we won't go too fast. Keep the pace nice and slow. Probably average about 2.7, 2.8 miles an hour if we can, rather than 3.1, which we were doing yesterday. And I'm sure at some point yesterday we were doing more than that, just racing the clock, weren't we? Hey.
It's been running for half an hour.
All right. Hello, mate.
Boys, all right.
Yeah,
Is this on camera?
Yeah, it's on camera.
Right, mate. Yeah, good.
Got to a pub and Claire's here. Give me a massage, shoulder massage, my poor shoulders. Oh, this is great service. I think if I pay a bit extra.
Happy ending.
If you play a bit more, Claire will do it rather than
Cheers, boys.
Yes, cheers.
Cheers.
Well done, well done. Very proud of you.
Well done.
Very proud of me for not agreeing to do it.
Yeah.
Best decision of your.
So yeah, we're just part of the way up Truley Hill, back on home turf. Just had a nice pub lunch at Stenning. But yeah, not far to go now. We've got
3-4 miles to go. But I tell you what, I have not seen since we got into familiar territory is any more kites.
What, flying ones or birdie ones?
Birdie ones. No, not seen any over here. So there must be a big breeding programme over that side.
We saw one.
Fancy an ice cream? Well, we Truly Hill, YHA, have a quick ice cream. Last stretch now to Devil's Dyke, which will be our stopping point for tonight. But yeah, it's quite nice to see this. So, just the whole South Downs Way. Starts in Winchester. And did that. Old Winchester
Did
Hill?
we do the dotted or the straight?
We did the straight one, yeah.
We stopped just about here, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Just before Butser,
that's it, that's a hill.
down here, at the Sustainability Centre.
Yeah,
And then we walked all the way. Day 2 was all the way
to...
past Bignor Hill to Amberley.
That's day 2, that's the big one, that's a 30 miler.
The long one, wasn't
And then this morning we walked from... Oh look, Spitfire. Anyway, sorry. So Amberley, so that's where we stayed last night, and today got through all of that.
Bobbin Steading.
Yeah.
And
On
we're
to there.
We're heading to here.
Yeah. Devil's Dyke. We made it. We made it. That's today's hike done, pretty much.
Well done, boys.
How you feeling, Cookie?
I'm feeling tired and I've only done one day. So massive respect to you boys. Day 3, still going.
Yeah.
Blisters and all.
Yeah.
Keep going, 2 more days to go, chaps.
Cheers. Well, good to have you on the hike today. But yeah, Devil's Dyke, southeast today. That's the woods behind Devil's Dyke, which the barmaid said last night we could potentially camp in, but we decided not to in the end because there's a lot of dodgy stuff going on in that wood at night, dogging and bumming and that kind of stuff. So we thought, let's not stay here. And also there's lots of kids kicking off as well and music blaring out of cars. So we thought, so close to home, get home to mine, just put our heads down and then straight up again. Same spot, so we're not cheating. We are not cheating. Onward. We're at Saddlescombe Farm. We're 2/3 way through. Eastbourne, 33 miles to go. It's always a good, reliable water point just here at Saddlescombe Farm, so we know that this one definitely works. We've done this one a fair few times in the past. So yeah, quick pit stop and fill up. So I'm not sure if you can see this, but that ridge line, well, you got, hang on, there's Chanctonbury Ring there, and then the ridge line stretches all the way up into the horizon. As far as the eye can see, walk further than the horizon. So we're in Pycombe. Behind me is the Church of the Transfiguration, Pycombe. There's some Commonwealth War graves right next to it. And there should, in theory, be a water point around here. So we're just going to have a look. We might even go into the church grounds and see if we can find this water point that's marked on the map. Well, that was a bust. Couldn't find the water point there at all, so we'll continue another 8.5 miles to the next one. But I think we're all right, stocked up on water, and we've got our filters with us just in case. We can always filter something from a cow trough if it comes to it, so not a problem. I don't think we're quite ready to start filtering our own piss yet, so I don't think anyone's ever ready for that. Quick pit stop at the top of, where is it, Pycombe Golf Club. So we've done 3.73 miles since we left Devil's Dyke pub this morning. Yeah, it feels like more. Been some proper ups and downs.
More ways than one.
Yeah. So we've just arrived at Clayton, where the Jack and Jill windmills are to be found. So big white pristine one behind me, that's the Jill windmill, and that is actually open to the public. When is it? On Sundays and bank holidays, that's open to the public.
200 years old, this year. 200 years old. good nick, isn't it?
It's been really good, Nick. Looks like a brand new South Downs Way sign that's just gone up. Probably only seen about 2 really new ones on our whole trip so far. But yeah, they definitely missed a trick here by not putting the mileage on there. So this is the Burnt House Pond. I don't know if you can see, but just down there's a couple of newts. I'm going to drop this camera in there anyway. A couple of newts just under the water. Oh yeah, he's just going off there now. I nearly went in then.
We're chucking that 10p.
So just got to Black Cap, near Lewis. Lewis is what, 3 miles from here, and now we're going to take a hard right down this path here to go down towards Housdean Farm. Okay, and there's there's a busted water point there apparently.
It was busted a little while ago. It might now be working. But...
Okay, fingers crossed. And then from there on to Kingston.
Yeah.
To the pub.
Yeah.
To the bar.
To the jugs.
Up the jugs.
Right, so while we're at Black Cap, just going to take on some water.
Oh, so you just eat it, you don't have to smear it on.
No, you don't smear yourself with Marmite, but apparently if you eat enough Marmite, well, a fair bit of Marmite, it kind of comes out your pores and it repels mozzies. So seeing as we're going to be, campsite tonight's near a river, isn't it? Low-lying, well, it's certainly wetland down there, isn't it? Yeah. Not far from that river. From the, which river is it? The Ouse? No.
Yes,
It is the Ouse River, yeah.
It's wet on.
Down there is the town of Lewis, and you can just see, just on the horizon of the town is Lewis Castle. In 1264, 40th of May 1264, Simon de Montfort's men fought King Henry III in a battle. King Henry lost, fled Lewis. Simon de Montfort became the uncrowned King of England, and that is the first battle where Parliament was then born from. Democracy.
Nice, I like
Bit
that.
of history.
Yeah. God, this is educational.
Yeah.
Just coming into Kingston to the Jugs pub, and just came down some really tricky ground, really steep, chalky, really gnarly ground, and my feet were already starting to hurt a lot. Since yesterday I just switched socks to a lighter, less cushioned pair of darn tough socks. I tell you what, now my feet are in absolute agony. Every single step is painful. It's the Jugs. It's got 3 minutes to the kitchen shut, so I better get in an order.
Right, well we've made it to the pub. Pretty rowdy pub actually. I thought it'd be a nice quiet country pub in Kingston.
Bit lively, isn't it? Yeah.
A few people of it. We made it by the skin of our teeth, didn't we? But yeah, I mean this place is rammed.
Not quite. So we just left the Jugs in Kingston. With a double G. Yeah, it's nice. A bit of food, 2 pints of cider, and now gonna walk back, well, get back onto Downs from Kingston. We've got about probably just under 5 miles, I reckon, until we get to the southeast YHA. We're going to camp for the night. I think we're going to take it really slow now for this bit because everyone's in pain, feet are in bits, shoulders are shot, but we'll make it. Just seeing the gradient of the hill we're going to have to do it, that we're going to have to climb up now. Check this out. I don't know if you can see that. At the end of this lane we're going to have to climb really, really steeply. Go on, suck it in. Oh, look at that. She went straight through. This is killer. You alright? I'm glad we didn't have a third pint. Oh, look at the view. That's Firle over there, that sort of headland bit, and across the way from the over the valley. The next one, that's called Mount Caburn. Oh yeah. You see? Oh, I know Mount Caburn. I used to paraglide off Mount Caburn. Yeah. About 10 years ago.
Caburn over there.
That one over there. So that's Mount Caburn over there.
That's
Firle.
Yeah.
Right the way across the other side of the valley is Mount Caburn. Good evening. Just arrived in Southeast. So there's a little church up here in Southeast. So we're probably only about a mile away from the YHA campsite we're going to stay at. But it's a little water point here, just because we're running a bit low. I know it's not a fast campsite, but just thought we'd go on some water on our way because it's been hot again today. Good to find another working water tap.
Indeed.
Indeed.
Well, on the swings.
Care of our Lord.
Yeah. Holy water.
Indeed.
It is holy water.
All the way from Lewis. So we are here at the YHA in Southeast, where we've set up camp. So this is our camp. Ronnie and Marcus have just had a shower. These facilities. Drip drying. Drip drying.
Shower.
Not yet.
Right.
So I'll just quickly walk you around the tent. So this is the Lanshan 2 Pro. lightweight two-man tent. Inside, you can see it's just a single skin tent. There's no fly sheet and inner. It's just a single skin. Inside, plenty of space, absolutely plenty of space for me. And I always like to have my pack inside as well, just because of, you know, condensation and everything. The mattress is Sea to Summit Etherlight XT. I've got the large size, and it's got a great R value as well, so it works really well in the cold. Little Sea to Summit pillow that goes with it as well, and that sticks on with these little Velcro attachments, so you don't go chasing your pillow around the tent in the middle of the night. And my quilt is I got this custom made. It's a Enlightened Equipment Revelation, and then I asked for all sorts of extra things like 950 fill power, so it is going to keep me warm, very very warm actually in cold weather. But as it's a quilt, it's quite handy even now. I have to have it fully on. So that's the inside of my tent, and then these are the Nature Hike chairs, which are absolutely brilliant. So if you can spare, you can carry the extra 1.3 kilos, I think they weigh, or 1,300 grams, then I'd definitely recommend it, but don't if that's just too much weight on top of whatever else you've got. But at the end of a long day, sitting down or on one of these lightweight chairs, and especially if it's got a high back, it's just perfect neck and shoulders. And we've got Ronnie's over here, which is the Helinox Chair Zero. So it's probably about time to cook. So now really good, nice food. So I'm going to be cooking on a little alcohol stove, very lightweight. So this is an interesting little thing. It acts as both a windbreak and what you're going to put your stove on over the flame. Two bits of nice aluminium with a couple of rivets in there. We attach each one. That's it. There's all those rivets, those are all slotted in. This nice little cone. And I'm just going to pop that straight over this. And then what's going to happen is, once I fill this up, the water, that will just sit perfectly on here, and you'll see it just sits under the lip, and that supports it over the fire. And we'll get this on. So that's now lit. I'll put a bit of water in my pot. So for dinner tonight, I have made a homemade dehydrated meal. Basically, beef, satay with lots and lots of vegetables, loads of flavour, and then I've just crushed up a handful of rice noodles and chucked those in as well, just for a few extra carbs. I actually made these originally for a keto backpacking meal, but then as I've been drinking a lot of beer this week, and I knew I would be, back on the carbs for this week. But that's fine. I'll put it in my cosy. So this is just a homemade bag, food cosy you can call it. It's just made out of that, whatever you call it, radiator lining, or I don't know what it is, but you can pick it up everywhere. And that'll just keep my food nice and warm while it's rehydrating. So my pot's boiling now. Pop that down here for a minute. Snuff this out. Keep it nice and warm in there while it rehydrates. I've made this, I've got this little flap at the bottom because I've made quite a few of these in the past, but they were always just folded over, and they weren't very stable. So now I've got this set up, and that seems to work really well. So that there is my entire cook system, mug, and I've got a spare bottle of more alcohol here to top that up with. But that is everything I need for cooking, other than water and whatever your meals are going to be.
Make some macaroni cheese tonight. One of my favourites on a gas stove. And I am using a Coles fire starter. Like this.
I'm having beef and potato hot pot.
You're 800 calorie one.
It is, yeah. I feel like I need the calories. That's my little stove out of a Coke can. My little great cone thing that I made. Some aluminium sheet. Wait for it to do its bang. Ow. Do not eat that. Don't think that's very good for you. Probably silicone gel or something like that. Crystals.
Early in the morning.
You big boobs. Just thought I'd show you.
Sorry. I was just going to show you that there. To me, it looks like a phoenix or a dragon or something coming out with its wings and the long tail coming down the bottom.
Morning, everyone.
Morning.
Morning. Sleep alright, everyone? No?
2 hours. Beautiful.
2 hours.
About that.
Oh my god. I think you're going to need some wake me up juice this morning.
I'm just here for the aroma, Chris.
Just the aroma. Okay, that I can help you with that. Freshly ground coffee, and then this little thing, which is my brew buddy. It's called. I think you can only get these imported from the States because I've not seen them over here at all.
No.
Quite handy because I kind of like a strong coffee in the morning. I was looking on the elevation profile yesterday on the Komoot and what we did, and you know that bit coming up from the pub, which was like this.
Yeah.
Like normally on Komoot it goes, the steeper it gets, the darker red it gets. This was almost black.
Was it?
Yeah.
It was straight up as well.
Yeah.
wasn't it?
I can't remember how many of these are supposed to
All of it.
Just pour the water in the back.
Stir that into my morning coffee. Mac and cheese coffee. Hot. Yes. Do you want the aroma to wake you
I
up?
do actually, yeah.
So we're all packed up now, and this is yeah, day 5. Do you hear that train? I had that all night. Especially Ronnie.
Yeah, I got 2 hours sleep because of that. Sleeping on one side with Clapham Junction and the M6 roaring past on the other side. Terrific.
It's been pretty noisy, hasn't it?
Yeah, I mean tonight, but it's a nice place, it's alright.
Yeah.
Last day.
But this is the YHA in South East, and a bit like camping on this someone's front lawn, to be honest. Just there. Just waiting for Marcus to pack up and get going, and then we're ready to rock.
Always waiting for me.
This is Firle Beacon Trig Point. .360-degree views. Seven Sisters. We'll start dropping down into the Seven Sisters shortly. Burning Gap. So that over there is the River Cuckmere down in Burling Gap, just where the cliffs drop off. So that's where we're heading, but we're going to go via Alfriston. So we're going to do a quick march to Alfriston down the end of this hill. So we made it to Alfriston. Beautiful little village in South Downs.
Bit up there and nasty here though.
Very much so.
They must get so many brothels here.
I bet there's a special locals price as well. So we just stopped for lunch at Alfriston. Had some sandwiches and pasties. Sat in the middle of the bloody roundabout. Got about 3 miles to Exeat, which is the next water point, and a total of around about 10 miles to get back to Eastbourne. So I think I did just get tagged by Stinner.
Did.
Yeah.
Dock leaf. There you go. Rub that on you.
Rub that on your leg.
And then just leave it down your trousers.
Oh, actually, we've got a piss on it.
Oh, has everyone got a piss on my leg? Oh,
Yeah.
please, no. Come on, cow. Move. Move. That's a tough climb up that bit, wasn't it?
Very tough.
So just going to catch our breath here for a minute and check out the local wildlife as it approaches the path.
Beavers.
Beavers, yeah, wild beavers everywhere. Yeah.
The bold beaver.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Cookmere Haven. Look at that. Hey, guess where we are? We are, what are we, 6 miles, 7 miles from the end? We're really close. Over there on the next one is Beltoot Lighthouse. So this feels really nice. Feeling that we are close to achieving our goal. It's a beautiful day coming down here to walk along the Seven Sisters. Even though there's some idiots sat over there way too close to the edge, but I don't know, hopefully a bit of Darwinism will kick in and they'll die for being stupid. Make the world a slightly better place. And look at these views. So we've just passed Brass Point, which is halfway along the Seven Sisters. So yeah, these Seven Sisters are the 7 peaks and dips along this coastline, and we're halfway along now. Right, we'll resume the time lapse. So I was just thinking, excluding all the essentials like tents and, you know, going back to your question earlier, Ronnie, the one most useful thing I think I've had on this entire trip has been the little water bottle clips that we've got. Because they just, it's so easy access and just quick on and off. You don't have to stop, take your pack off. So let's have a look at it. So we've all got one of these, or at least one each. Just clips off. And then clips back in again. Just easy access to water. Definitely one of the most useful things we've had.
It's hydrated properly, isn't it?
Yeah.
Regularly.
Yeah, it's made me take on more water just because it's so easy. It's been so important in this 30-degree heat. So we just climbed up past Berlin Gap, and that, those are the Seven Sisters pretty much. So we just walked up and down. So we've got 5 miles to our destination, 5 miles to go to Eastbourne, and probably a little bit further to the station. Definitely last push. So we've passed Beachy Head and we've just come over this next hill and we've seen our destination. That's Eastbourne here, final destination. We've made it. We've actually made it. So behind us is the sign saying the start. Well, I'm calling this the end. I'm not bloody doing it again.
Yeah, just to see the end.
Yeah, exactly. So no, I think we've done really well on that.
Serious challenge.
Some proper challenge that.
Yeah,
I wouldn't
adventure.
It was a great adventure. I've really enjoyed so much of that. Even now looking back on the really brutal parts, I think.
Really?
Still,
Maybe tomorrow.
yeah, we'll see.
Is that the official start down there? Is that the official end?
We're here. We've travelled a long way over some really tricky terrain and some hard uphills and some really hard downhills as well. I forget how much the downhills are probably worse than the uphills on your knees and your feet. But we are here, South Downs Way National Trail. We did Winchester to Eastbourne, we did it. Did that in 5 days. So definitely time for a pint now. Fancy a beer?
Gasping for a beer.
Right. Beer? Let's go get some
Absolutely.
beer.
Let's go.